Hi, welcome to Playground. My name's Karen and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make a heart cane. So what I've started with is some red clay. I've conditioned the clay and I've rolled the clay out to around 3mm thick, I would say. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the piece of red clay in half because I want a thicker piece. So yes, that piece is around 6mm thick. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a heart-shaped cutter and I'm going to cut out some hearts. I'm going to probably need about 6 or 7. So I'm going to use an acrylic block to press down on top of the heart. What I do this for is it stops you from distorting the cutter because they can be quite flimsy. And another reason I do this as well is it stops the cutter from actually hurting your fingers, as you do need to apply quite a bit of pressure. So I'm cutting out these hearts. I think there's enough room there for one and another one. Yeah, it's just enough room there. So I've already cut some out there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these hearts on top of one another. There I have my stack of hearts there, just pressing down lightly on top and around the edges. So I'm just going to put that to one side now, and what we need to do now is we're going to create a background here for our heart-shaped cane. And what I'm going to do is I've rolled out some cream coloured clay, exactly the same as I did for the red, and I've folded the cream coloured clay in half, so I've got a nice thick piece there. And I'm using the heart-shaped cutter again, but this time I'm not going to be using the heart shape. What I'm going to be using is just the outer piece here, like this one. So what I need to do is I'm going to take a blade and just cut around, just leave a little bit of a border around the edge there. So that's the piece that I need. I need as many of those as I have hearts. So I've already cut some ready. Now to actually fit the heart around the stack of hearts, what I need to do is I need to cut them in half. So I'm just taking my blade and I've just made a single cut down the centre. So I'll take the heart back and I'm going to apply these all the way so they just fit nice and snug around the heart. So just keep taking pieces and putting them around, just pressing them down slightly here and there. So I've just got one more now to put on. So once you've got to the top there of the stacked hearts, just give it a little bit of a press. So I'm just squeezing gently, not too much. Now what you could do is you could squeeze that together, keep squeezing it to get it small, and you could keep it as it is, so you'd just have a red heart there with a cream coloured background. Or you could add some stripes, like I've done to this one here. So what we need to do for the stripes is I've rolled out some red clay and I've rolled out some turquoise colour clay. Better get the colours right this time. So I've got a red piece and a turquoise piece, and I'm sandwiching them together, and then to make a bit more of a stack, I've done a cut down the centre. I'm just going to put that one on top of that one there. I've done a bigger one here. That was just to show you actually how it was done, but I've made a bigger block here. And what we need to do is we need to take our blade, and this first, wrong end of the blade, I'm just going to discard the first slice. So I'm just going to take a few slices to start with, and what we need to do is lay them side by side. I always do them in threes. I think any more than three and it starts to just get a little bit complicated. So 3 of the slices there, and just gently give them a roll. Cut off the end there. With your knife, you will need to just lift the piece off the board. I've already done some more here ready. So what we need to do is we're just going to arrange these pieces. These are a little bit long, obviously, because I'm trying to do it very quickly. I'm probably wasting more than I would if I was at home doing it for myself. So you can just take a little bit more time there, so as not to waste any of your clay. So you're just wrapping those around there, making sure that the colours go blue, red, blue, red. You don't want any bits where you've got 2 blues together or 2 reds. So we just need a few more of those stripes. Just try and do this quickly. And that one's no good because it's a little bit too thin. So put them together, give them a bit of a roll. Just take that end piece away. And arrange around the cane there. I'm just going to need a little bit more. I'm not going to need 3 more slices, probably just 2 might do. So I'm just going put that one in there. And there's just a tiny little gap there. That's what I'm going to do with just this odd piece here. I'll just fill in that gap. So there, once you've got the stripes going all the way around the cane, I'm just going to pull off these little pieces which I've wasted there, which isn't good, but we do save the scraps. The scraps always come in useful for something else. So there you have your heart-shaped cane, but now what you need to do is to reduce the cane. So you're pressing it all together, binding all those pieces together and squashing it down, reducing it to get it to go small as that one there. And what you can do with them then is slice them up, and I've sliced them up and I've put them onto some buttons there. And I'll just show you very quickly how to reduce the cane. Obviously it's a little bit different than doing a cane that's a cylinder shape, but the process is very similar. It's lots of pressing and squeezing, working from the middle outwards, and lots of turning, also putting it down onto the board. I like to use an acrylic block as well, just to press down. Mainly as it gets smaller and smaller, I use the block just to keep that nice squared shape. I'll just put that one to one side there. I'll just show you one that I've actually been reducing here. So it goes from that size to eventually that size. Don't worry about the ends. The ends always go messy like that, but when you cut into the cane, you see that the patterns are still there, nice and clear. So it's just lots and lots of pressing, turning on its side, pressing with the acrylic block. And obviously what you wouldn't want to do is you wouldn't want to make the whole of this piece really, really long, so you would just cut a piece away. You would just cut a piece away like that, and then just concentrate on a small piece, just getting that piece nice and small until you've got one that's really small, like that one. So there you have your heart-shaped cane.